A former waiting room at a Venice train station is turning into an iconic visiting spot for the Sun Coast. Tonight, SNN's Chrissy McClarty takes us to this historic site to see how its future reflects the past. Chrissy?
Telegraph machines, suitcases from the 1920s, and wooden ticket booths from decades ago. What do these items have in common? You can now get up close and personal to them in the Venice train depot. The Venice Depot is an active scat bus stop on the Sun Coast. But just steps away from busy commuters sits a quiet room filled with city history.
The first waiting room, the larger of the waiting rooms, is where we tell the story of Venice. And there are several key panels in that room. The first one tells about the creation of Venice as a project of the Brotherhood of Locomotive Engineers and how it rose and how it fell. And then the remaining three panels talk about exactly how that rebirth came about.
And the second room focuses on the station.
The history of the railroad, the history of the depot, and what it looked like, what it might have been like to get on a train there at Venice.
Among many of the hidden gems here are things like this military uniform from the early 1970s and this suitcase from the 1900s. George Miller, chair of the Historical Society's train depot, says the gems involve a ticketmaster's desk and a very special sign.
And that Venice sign has peculiar history. First of all, it is a very, very old sign. I won't stand here and tell you that it was the original, but it certainly looks like the original.
A friend of the Historical Society's found the hidden treasure at a Bradenton flea market. The docents, another word for tour guide, give tours of the museum and artifacts.
And some of them have been volunteers for 10 years and some more. So
Miller is going on his 8th year as a docent and says he loves making visitors smile.
They're very interested in the topic, and it is a very interesting topic. It's sort of a quirky history, and I love it.
And Miller says he is excited for plans of a restored circus car being brought to the museum in the near future.
Yeah, a lot of people might like to see that, Chrissy. When is that going to get there, that car?
Well, there's no exact date, as the idea was recently approved by the Historical Society Board and is now waiting on approval from the county. So hopefully it will be in the near future.
All right, well, let us know when you hear. Thank you, Chrissy.
Will do.